Meanwhile, the halt in taxi operations in Gauteng is likely to leave people stranded when they return home from work or from school. This morning, many commuters were left without means to get to their destinations. Let us now get an update from SABC News reporter Maageketla Mohlabe, who is at the Noord Taxi Rank. Maageketla, good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for coming through. So firstly, just paint us a picture as to how things are looking at the Noord Taxi Rank.
A very good afternoon to you, Balisa. And of course, from that report you just watched there from my colleague Griselda Lewis in Bara Taxi Rank in Soweto, many of those people were coming to Johannesburg to their respective workplaces. But of course, it is now time for them to knock off and to go back to their respective homes. But as you can see in the background there, this is Noord Taxi Rank. It is totally empty. This time of the day, you'd normally find a lot of taxis, a lot of people getting on different taxis to their destination. But it is a different story. Actually, this has been the case ever since the early hours of the morning. You would not see any taxi taking people or getting people to their respective workplaces. But let me just show you some of the pictures. In this particular space here, there was a long queue just a couple of minutes ago. People coming here, of course impatient because there is no taxi, getting their bags back, probably hoping that there would be a taxi coming through. And this is a frustration that we have seen throughout the day during this particular taxi strike. Let's speak to some of the gentlemen that have been waiting here since a couple of hours ago. Sir, thanks so much for your time. I mean, quite huge frustration from you as some of the commuters across the province. Just tell me, how long have you been standing here?
Senginesikhathi ngimile lana ngoba bengisuka emsebenzini so bekufane ngendlini ngiyophumula namanje ngisamila ngisayanga endlini so nenkinga kakhulu nenkinga.
Is this the same dilemma that you faced when you went to work this morning?
Come again?
This morning.
Yes, but I'm affected because I didn't go to work today, but now it's time to go to work. I'm working at night, you see.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm coming to work today, so I didn't relax. So I needed time to relax and go to work again. So I'm affected.
Where exactly are you supposed to go today for your work? Where is your workplace?
Well, my workplace is here in Joburg.
Yeah.
Yes, I work as a security.
Okay.
So I'm working at night and then I'll just relax at the morning.
Yeah.
So I'm not good, but today I don't know what I can do because it's time to go to work. Yes, I'm working night shift.
Okay. Thanks so much. And you have also been waiting here in this queue. There's nothing happening. No taxi has come through here. Just tell me, how is this really affecting you as a commuter?
This is very, very bad. This is very, very bad, and it is not acceptable. This is affecting me as a community.
You can raise your voice.
This is affecting me as a community. Look now, I only pay 11 rand from here to Whitmead, but now it's gonna be 30 rand. You see, just do it by a day. It's a lot of money. It's really affecting us. It's more.
Yeah.
It's more. I think the taxi association and the government must do something, please, about this. It's really, really bad.
Yeah. Obviously, taxi association is saying that the money, the 1 billion rand that they're getting from the government is too little for them. What would you like to say to them?
Yes. as a community, we do understand it is a too little for them, but they got to understand that it is not the taxi industry, the industry only. There's a lot of industry, so even the taxi association, they must understand that. So the government gave them something, the kick start, so that the government meet them halfway. So they have to accept it.
Yeah.
So that this mess we've seen won't happen.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much for your time. That's one of the commuters there, Balisa, saying that they have to accept this 1 billion rand that the government is trying to give them. And of course, as you heard earlier on, Fikile Mbalula said that they are saying that that is the only money they have. That is the only money that they can actually use as some sort of relief fund for the taxi industry. But these are some of the drivers, taxi owners, taxi drivers that have been sitting here. This taxi hasn't been used today. But let's just get a voice from them as well. So thanks so much for your time. If you could just come closer, it's fine. You can sit there if you want. Okay. I mean, one of the commuters there saying that you guys need to just accept this 1 billion rand that you are getting. What do you have to say about that?
Siphatheke kabi njengoba so-driver bamatekisi nesimo esenzakalayo njengoba kuna kuqale since nje kwaqala leli kuzana le lockdown lena eyenzakalayo. Thina nje bo-driver bamatekisi ayisihlukumezeke kakhulu. And nale mali okuyiyona ubaba uMbalula wathi usikhiphela yona incane kakhulu ngoba incane ema-oneni. Thina kithi kushuthi kogcina kufika u-50 rand ngoba akekho umuntu osicabangelayo njengawo thina so-driver nje bamatekisi. And thina so-driver bamatekisi nathi sisapota imindeni emakhaya, kodwa manje makukhulunywa akukho nje esibhekelelwa kona ngakho njengoba so-driver bamatekisi. And itekisi yondla imindeni eminingi. Miningi imindeni eyondliwa itekisi kodwa manje nje ithatheka kancane. Yebo.
Okay, let's hear one of your colleagues as well. What do you have to say about that? I mean, some of the commuters here, you saw them coming to stand in the queue, going back frustrated, and you have been here the whole day seeing that happen. How do you feel about that?
Ngizodlulisa nokubingelela kakhulu ku South Africa yonke kodwa nje lana singama-owner njengoba nje ngudulele emakabakaba mina mfulocela ngoma siphatheke kabi kakhulu la kangangokuthi nayi phela inkinga ipoverty sisibulele impela serious case. Abafowethu abasebenzi nathi asisebenzi yonke into esikhiyelwe endlini o-21 days sekuyizi-3 months-ke mani nakho ngapha i-100 lion phela iyasibulala mani ngapha sithenjisa iy'mali azikho iy'mali ey'fikayo sithathela iy'moto zethu iy'toniment amagalaji yonke into 350-ke lo awupikwa wona lo 350 owaziwa nayizintombi zethu ufuna siwuhole awupiki kwamanje. I'm so disappointed.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much for your time. And of course, just to summarize what they said, Balisa, of course, they are saying that this money is too little for them to be able to support their families. And of course, they are calling on the government. And that's the call that we have heard throughout the day to say this money should be increased. And of course, some of the taxi associations saying that this has to be increased to about 10.5 billion rand because the 1 billion rand is not going to be enough for them, which means it's going to be divided in about 3,000 per taxi driver, and for their families that's not going to be enough to sustain them. And of course we will be actually watching the events here in Johannesburg and around Johannesburg to see and speak to some of the commuters and hear what they have to say about this issue that they have been facing since the early hours of the morning.